everybody.
We are stoked on things.
We are back.
As we can tell, we're all super stoked right now. Krager's stoked because his head is out of the sun forever, even indoors, which is nice. I'm the only one.
I want to get melanoma.
Yeah, I'm the only one not wearing a hat because I have luscious locks.
I don't.
No. So
way to rub it in.
Yeah, me and Kipka, we have beautiful long hair. This side of the room has beautiful long hair. That side of the room wears hats. So Comic-Con was just upon us, which means that there's a lot of stuff that just came out that we have to talk about. So this is going to be a lot longer episode of Stoked on this than normal.
It's pretty much going to be all Comic-Con.
Yeah, normally we're struggling to find some things that are cool that happened on some of these days, but this one we have a pretty exhaustive list, so this will be nice to go through. A few things I want to mention before we go. If you haven't seen the Uncharted fan film yet with Nathan Fillion, you should probably go check that out. It was really cool. Kipka and I have seen it, so we can attest to its awesomeness. You guys have seen at least
Parts
a little bit,
yeah,
or not any of it. It's pretty cool. I likened it to Nathan Fillion was pretty much playing Malcolm Reynolds as Nathan Drake, which was interesting. I like that. There's similar characters in their sassiness, so I like that. And there was a scene in it where it kind of turns into a video game third-person type feel, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, did you see IGN did they put on all the like guns and ammo and all the
they put a HUD?
Yeah,
that's cool. I didn't see that. That's interesting though. I like that. Yeah, it's not convenient at all that the dude who produced this and directed it and Nathan Fillion had it come out literally the day or two before Comic-Con started, because I think they were trying to spark some talks, and they both were on a panel already scheduled anyway. So I think they kind of did this to hopefully have some people come in and be like, hey, maybe we should make this into a real thing. Yeah. Not that ever translates properly when you have
people to their panel.
Well, when you have a 15-minute fan film and then you try and turn it into like an hour-and-a-half long film, sometimes that doesn't work too well.
Films aren't worth it anymore. TV shows all the way.
Yeah, I say do a Nathan Drake TV show. That would be super
not a bad
cool.
Idea
or a miniseries.
HBO or something, Showtime. Get it on one of those. Make it a little bit R-rated,
raunchy.
MA. Not raunchy. I mean, I don't think this show ever got the game ever got raunchy.
They can make it raunchy.
Ooh, yeah. So another thing I want to mention here is that I was going to say the Reach Monarch teaser, but we got a Godzilla trailer now, so I'm not even going to mention that. So we're going to watch the Godzilla trailer.
Are you talking about that like animated one on Netflix?
No, there was a little teaser where it was Millie Bobby Brown, the girl from Stranger Things.
I didn't click on what that was.
Yeah, it was like a quick teaser, and I didn't know they were going to release the trailer so quick, so I wrote it down before I knew the trailer was being released. But the final thing I want to mention, two other things real quick. We Happy Few. You guys remember that game?
Yes.
Remember it got announced like 2.5 years ago? It's finally coming out on August 10th.
Did you ever play the demo for
it? I did. I didn't play it. I watched the walkthrough of the demo because I wanted, and it gets you like right into the story, and then it's like, cut off, and
I mean, let's be honest, Jordan doesn't really play games.
Yeah, I don't really play games anymore. I just watch walkthroughs. So We Happy Few is like this dystopian future about it's kind of BioShock feeling, like the way it's animated and everything, but everyone in this English town, they take these pills called Joy, right?
Yeah, I believe it's called
Joy, and it's pretty much emotion suppressants, so that everyone's happy and okay, and they're just willing to go about their life. But you don't take your Joy one day, and you start not seeing you actually start seeing what's really going on. And these kids are at a birthday party and they're beating a piñata, and you see it and it looks like candy's coming out, but then like the joy wears off and you see they're actually ripping into a dead rat and eating it, and it's not candy, and it's like this pill has just created this illusion for people and everything.
It's kind of like Matrix almost.
Kind of, or Equilibrium.
Don't take your joy and you realize you're in Russia in the middle of winter. Everything's all gray.
Yeah, instead of being colorful and beautiful. So it's essentially like, it's nothing novel. This idea has been bumped around all the time.
Isn't that a book? And then they made it into a movie?
Well, Fahrenheit 451 is kind of like similar in that sense.
Yeah, by the way, they made a movie of HBO films starring Michael B. Jordan. Yeah. Fahrenheit 451.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
it takes place like in the future. Haven't seen it yet though.
I heard
cool.
like
the end of it.
Yeah, I heard.
So I'm just saying, cool. We Happy Few is finally coming out for those video game lovers out there. It's taken a long time. And the next thing is that they announced there's going to be a Buffy the Vampire Slayer reboot.
Wasn't it just a possible? It didn't.
No, Joss Whedon confirmed it, and he has a cast for it. I think it's going to be a young African American lady who's going to play the titular Buffy. So it's definitely not Michelle Gellar, whatever her name is.
This long to do that though. It had such a huge following.
Let's be honest though, they've been doing comics and stuff, and that's been enough for the rabid fans. And it's also of its time. I watched the first 4 seasons a few years back because I had never watched it. It's pretty dated and ridiculous, you know? So, I mean, I get it. But yeah, within the climate we're in where X-Files is being rebooted and all these things are being rebooted, yeah, it was only a matter of time till it happened.
Someone get on Firefly.
Sometimes when that stuff gets rebooted, when it was campy,
Barney
and
back on track.
they have a hard time, like, because they try
Making
to make
it campy
serious.
again. I know. It's not like Twin Peaks
just
where it
not
was
as
an
good.
actual serious thing to begin with. So now you can make it serious where this is like, yeah, how do you translate this to today's audience? It's kind of weird. Although the Orville did it pretty well.
Yeah,
I don't know.
that was pretty good.
A lot of people got into it. I tried watching like 2 episodes. I wasn't into it.
I guess
I
if you're
really
a
enjoyed
Star
it.
Trek fan, you get the little nuances of them making jokes. Like the stupid things where like the dude's drinking a soda on the bridge and they're like, it's like true. It's like, well, people had to have like, no one had a drink on the bridge or whatever. Like just funny little nods like that, like things that you don't think about daily life, you know, on these shows. Kind of like in 24, it's like, why don't we ever see him pee or eat? You know, like
True, you're following his entire
entire day. I'm like,
and he
it's
doesn't
kind
go
of
to the bathroom
coincidental
once.
that every time we go away, that's when he pees.
Depends.
That's it. Yes. So we're gonna get into some trailers right now. All the Comic-Con stuff. So we're gonna start with the first one we have on the slate here is Shazam.
That is what I am super stoked
Yes,
on.
a bunch of people are super stoked on it. So let's watch it
Getting a
and then
lot of
let's
buzz.
discuss what we think about it. Or while we're watching it, we can actually say what we're thinking about it.
You've run from foster homes in 6 counties.
I can take care of myself.
When you're 18, give these people a chance, because that's what they're giving you.
This is Billy Batson. Make sure you make him feel at home.
They
Walt
seem nice,
Jr.?
but don't buy it. It gets real Game of Thrones around here.
Is there a
that
Superman
mean?
thing on the
Just mess
top of the
around.
shelf
You look at
there?
me and you're like,
Yeah.
why so
Well,
dumb?
it's because
You're
this
disabled
kid's
foster
supposed to be
kid.
Yeah, he's
really
right.
into comics and stuff.
No,
If you could have
comics.
one
He's into the
superpower,
Well,
What would
superheroes.
you
right?
do?
Yeah.
Everybody chooses
Batman.
flight.
Oh, you're right.
You know
Because
why?
it is real.
So they can
It's
fly
DC.
away from this
Of course it is.
conversation. No, because heroes fly.
Well, you need your fake
It's a pretty cool
family to
jacket
stand
that
up
kid
for you?
has.
Hey,
I'll give him a pass on being a bully.
man,
He looks
sorry
cool.
about that.
He drives a black.
Go, go, go! Found it! Get out the way!
Krager, you had some problems with this origin story here. You thought it was stupid that a wizard gave him his powers.
I mean, isn't that how he got his
Spoiler
powers?
alert.
Yeah,
I haven't
you-
seen this yet.
Oh, you haven't seen it? Oh, sorry. I forgot you guys to see it.
No, I said like the fact that he just beats up a kid. Like,
Oh.
Boy beats up a bully.
Hagrid just comes out. You're a wizard, Harry.
Hello?
Isn't his name Barry? You're a wizard, Barry.
You're a wizard, Barry.
Let me flow through you.
Oh, it's Gandalf.
But I don't know your name, sir.
Shazam.
Wait, for real?
Say, okay!
Shazam?
This means Billy!
What is happening?
You're the only person I know that knows anything about this Cape Crusader stuff.
Can I?
Oh, yeah.
I think he's like the first
crazy,
superhero.
right?
Has it.
What are your
Is that Cape
superpowers?
Hood combo? Is that pretty
Superpowers,
common?
dude,
I don't
even
know.
how
No,
to
I
pee in this
don't
thing.
think so.
I mean, Spider-Man.
I know it's supposed to
Spider-Man doesn't have a
Spider-Man.
cape or a...
That, like,
Well, no, but oh,
Can you fly?
Cape and a hood
I
all
was
in
telling
one.
Jordan, it really bugs me. It's like, I'm a big dude with a tiny head.
Yeah, his head is so small. But I think
Okay.
it's supposed to be funny
you
like that.
talking?
'Cause he's a little kid in a superhero body.
You know, I don't think that's gonna buff out.
Your phone's charged. Your phone's charged.
Of course, they had to have a Kendrick Lamar song, you know. Like, it worked for Black Panther.
Gentlemen!
You have bullet immunity!
I'm bulletproof.
You're dead.
Sorry about your window! But
What bothers me is here it shows him with like bottles, and then there he has different snacks.
Oh, you're right.
That's bothered me every time I've watched it.
And my first thought was when they walked out with the bottles, I'm like, Zima?
Well, also, and then the scene where he's getting shot, he's like floating. You could tell he's like floating, and then it cuts to him just standing.
Well,
It's like-
it's also like, well, you're underage, but you're still getting beer. Like, come on, let's
That wasn't beer. That looked like it was like purple
It was like
soda.
an-
It was like grape drink.
Purple drink.
It was like an energy drink or something, but yeah.
You know, for being a DC movie, it felt very Marvel-ish.
Oh, yeah. Like, this is the first real comedy movie that Marvel or
This could
DC
be
is
the
going to
first good
do.
one. I hope it is beer though, because that'd be way funnier.
It would be way funnier, especially since the kid's probably like 14 or 15.
But
like,
it's
come
not
on.
gonna be beer.
No, probably not. I don't know.
It'll be spritzers, little wine spritzers.
I thought
Smearing off ice.
that's why I said Zima. I'm like, every kid loves Zima, right? Isn't this? When is this supposed to take place? Probably in the same time frame as like the Superman movie,
I would
pretty
assume
much.
so, because
Well,
you
they
see,
have headlines of Superman.
You also see he has a little Batman like throwing.
He opens up a drawer
True.
full of newspaper
But how come
articles.
it's only Superman and Batman you see? You don't see anything about the Flash or Aquaman or Cyborg.
Because
I mean, I
there's
haven't
barely
seen
been-
Justice League, so
yeah,
I don't know how they meld
They
into
just got
it. but-
introduced in Justice League.
Okay, well, we'll
Could
see.
be even before Justice League that this
Maybe.
movie takes
I was
place.
excited because I thought The Rock was going to be in this film as Black Adam, but I guess
I
The
would've been
Rock
so
is going to
into this movie
be in another film later. Like he's not. We were watching a thing before where he's not going to really show up in this in the movie itself. Maybe at the end is like a teaser, but The Rock is going to play Black Adam later, which I'm hoping it does good because then that means that he'll actually come back. I just feel like DC's kind of like barely keeping their head above water. So hopefully this is the thing that pushes them in the right direction, that it doesn't need to all be grim and depressing and dark and sad, which we're going to get to another DC trailer down the line here in a little bit.
Well,
not Aquaman, but Aquaman 2 is really dark and gritty.
I just kind of had like a realization, this actor is mainly known for being in Chuck, and like the main premise is he's a random average dude who just randomly gets all these super secret spy stuff implanted in his head, and he's just kind of bumbling along learning stuff. That's like what's going on
Zachary
here.
Levi literally only plays superheroes that are just random people that get powers.
Yeah, and like bumbling around.
Because he did that.
And
He's
Thor.
doing this.
He was a guy in Thor.
Yeah.
What guy was he?
Well,
in Thor?
there was originally
He
a
was
guy.
one of the Thor
the Friends
Asgard
3 or
friends.
whatever?
Yeah.
What's funny is actually originally it was one actor. Then he got contracted to do another movie, and he couldn't come back,
Yeah.
so he replaced him.
Well, let's not forget about his greatest role to date too. Is still host of Geeks Who Drink on TBS. That only lasted one season.
Who was
Never
supposed
saw
to
that.
be the villain in Shazam?
So
they show it's that one.
the dude
It's the
that
one
he went
British
to
guy.
punch with the bald head and then he grabbed his hand in the trailer. It was real quick. He's supposed to be some doctor or professor dude, right? That
Yeah.
he somehow
Scientist.
a scientist that tries to open some portal of some sort, and he blinds himself, but he's able to see magic and somehow like deal with magic now with these powers. So that's who the villain is.
Okay.
But yeah, I don't know. It looks cool. It looks quirky. It looks funny. It looks ridiculous. That's kind of how the comic is of Shazam. It's
Yeah, it looks
not
like
really...
possibly the best DC.
Yeah, I think it's going to be
one
the
so
best
far.
DC only because it's fun. It's
Yeah.
like what I thought Suicide Squad was going to be until I actually watched it, and it was just so convoluted and all over the place that I hope the same thing doesn't happen to this, where the story just doesn't make sense.
I think it'll still be funny.
Suicide
Yeah.
Squad was still pretty good.
I think it's opinion. Like I know some people that liked it, but it just rewatching it's really boring. I'll tell you that.
I have not rewatched it.
Yeah. So let's move on to this next thing here. This is one Kipka wanted to talk about. Call of Duty Black Ops 4 Zombies. So this is interesting. You like the zombies still?
I don't know. I haven't played it in a long time. I remember we played with someone that bailed on today's episode, Timothy Jarvis.
Yeah. I've never really played zombies. I'm not a huge online multiplayer fan because I'm a terrible video game player and I like more story-driven games, which is exactly why we made the joke. I watch games. I don't play them because I'd rather just watch the story and someone else play it and kind of
like a
take
movie
that in.
for you.
Yeah, exactly. It's like a movie for me, but it's like an 11-hour movie. So let's see. The zombie thing is a huge crave, so I imagine this will be a good trailer. Oops, did I hit glass or did I
think you
hit?
did.
Yeah, my bad. There we go. Spoiler for the
Yeah.
next one.
Wonder what
pretty
the
long-
next trailer is going to be.
It's a pretty long trailer, though. I wouldn't want to watch the whole thing.
Glass? It's only 2 minutes.
No, this
Talk
thing.
about
Oh.
this.
I want to watch this. It's 3 minutes long.
You give us the fire.
Is this going to be in the World War II game?
Not speak so lightly.
It said Black Ops 4,
Oh.
I didn't
so I
mean
assume
no
it's the
real thing.
more futuristic one.
I have no idea what time frame they're in.
We are here.
Indiana Jones.
Graphics look good.
Walking Dead jail.
Seriously.
That's
Haven't they
actually-
done this already?
That's actually Shawshank.
Yeah, this is still on Alcatraz. This part of it. There's another trailer where they're on a Titanic, and I guess I read that they did a bunch of research on the Titanic to kind of make it look.
Well, speaking of, we were supposed to do a podcast today on conspiracy theories, and one of the ones I looked up was that the Titanic was actually sunk on purpose because the Federal Reserve was getting so low, so they had to congregate all the millionaires and rich people on one spot and then kill them all off.
But don't people just inherit that money anyways?
Is there a problem?
I don't know. Poking holes in my
See,
plan.
that's why I did not want to do a conspiracy theory one.
Well, that's
It's
why I
just
didn't.
like-
That's why I didn't pick that
it's
one.
so
It's just the
easy
one
to-
I saw.
All I know is the zombies will never get better than the one where it was like the presidents, like Abe Lincoln and stuff like that.
I don't.
I
The
didn't
only
remember
zombies
that
I
one.
remember was like some town that had like it was like a 50s town kind of. There was like a diner or something. Was that a thing?
Yeah.
I like the horror movie one.
The George Romero one.
Yeah, that one is fun.
Well, it was like Night of the Living Dead or something.
Yeah.
Well, George
kinda.
Romero was filming like a new horror movie, and then a zombie outbreak happened.
Oh, that's funny. That's very meta.
And all the people are like horror movie. Well, not really, I guess.
Yeah, it was like a Scream Queen, and I think that was about it. And other people were like people that worked on set.
Sarah Michelle Gellar. Buffy.
Oh yeah,
The other
she's
one
great.
was one
Well, she was
of
also
Walking
in
Dead.
I Know What You Did Last Summer. Nice. Cut him in half.
I tried looking up the story of zombies, and it's so convoluted and so in depth.
Well, just watching and not paying attention now, I've seen portals open. Like these are like, and this dude is like an orc. Like this looks completely different than what I thought zombies was.
Did he just kill himself?
Their portal ended. I didn't say a real word there.
So they have already done an Alcatraz one with all the mobster characters. I wonder if they just use basically the same map, make it a little bit different.
They're using that blood on the screen
This
effect a
is
little
one
too
trailer,
much.
so they go back to Alcatraz. They go back to that map, but then they also go, I think, with another set of characters that have already been played before, to Titanic too. It sounds very in depth. Like the lore of this has like become very.
Maybe this
very
is the Titanic
long.
right here. It's gonna come up from the ocean floor. Yeah. Speaking of Alcatraz, I just rewatched Shutter Island the other night.
Yeah, that definitely was.
That's
'cause
a great
I
movie.
saw the gate in the background.
Oh, well, that was for
That's
sure
Alcatraz.
Alcatraz.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, that looks fun. The zombie games sound like a fun idea. I just don't like getting massacred all the time by zombies because I'm so
I used
bad.
to like it, but I got really turned off because it's a game built to never win. It's
well,
so
that's
annoying.
all those.
Well,
type
they
of
do
games.
have like things that you're trying to accomplish. Like you're trying to turn on this one machine. Like you're trying to create.
It got way
like
too
that's
repetitive.
actually.
So
how
do you
do
not
it.
like Tetris?
Well, zombies is
love
all
Tetris.
about the
Can't beat that game.
Easter eggs and all the secret
Yeah.
stuff that you're supposed to try
Well,
to
that's like
figure out.
that's what the actual story is. When
Well-
I first started playing, I was like, I didn't know there was a story. And now there's like,
I was just gonna
that's how
say,
they connect.
I didn't really know there was a story either. So realizing that there's a story, I'm intrigued now to go find someone who spliced together all the story elements and watch that.
there's some crazy.
Probably
yeah,
out
with
there.
long
I would
videos.
love that. That'd be great. How about you, Bailey?
I know. I was wanting to know
That good?
Bailey's opinion.
Yeah, what's your opinion? Yeah, you like it? Okay, cool. So moving on to this next one. Those of you who watched Stoked on this a few weeks ago, you'll remember that I said there was a Glass trailer out. It's because I saw into the future. I saw 2 weeks into the future and knew a Glass trailer was coming out.
Is that what we're going with?
That's what we're going with.
Oh,
I
so
have clairvoyance.
You made us watch a
I
trailer.
made you watch a fake
that
fan film
was
trailer.
fake.
But let's watch the real trailer now. You haven't seen this yet, Joe, right?
No, I haven't. But
Okay,
I'm very excited.
but you
for
are
it.
aware of the M. Night Shyamalan-verse?
Yes. I
Okay,
am.
okay, cool.
It's full of
I've seen
tweets.
Split,
Yeah.
I've seen Unbreakable.
So you've seen the 2 movies prior to this. So let's go into this. The trailer's pretty cool in the sense that I like that it's a very down-to-earth superhero type film where even to the point of like you've seen some things in Unbreakable and in Split, you're still questioning, are they really superheroes? Like,
Click it.
and there you go.
Yeah.
You can keep talking. I just wanted it to load.
American Horror Story.
It's amazing to meet you. It is simply extraordinary.
She got them crazy
Maybe
eyes.
this will all make sense if I explain who I am. My name is Dr. Ellie Staple, and I'm a psychiatrist.
Ellie States.
Staple
My
plus
work
glass.
concerns a
What does that
particular
equal?
type of delusion of grandeur.
I don't know. What does it
It's a growing field.
Stuff you see around the house.
I specialize in those individuals who believe they are superheroes.
Good for you.
I always like that personality of his. I always laugh. Made me laugh.
Convinced yourselves you have
Kinda reminds me of, like,
extraordinary
Marshall when
gifts,
he was,
like
black.
something
Yeah.
out of a comic book.
Sassy Marshall.
David Dunn, the only person to survive that train wreck all those years ago. What do you do?
I'm in security.
You think you have superpowers.
It's a feeling. Vision. I have to touch them.
You believe you are a protector.
My name is Patricia.
I have no question. There are 24 identities
I'm Mary Reynolds. Por favor, senora. We almost got you, bro.
that live in that body with you.
The beast is coming any minute now. For
How
you
did he get
guys.
captured? That's
But what I
I'm
am
interested in.
questioning is your belief
Easy joke.
that you are something more than human.
And yet, it is true. My bones break easily. I've had 94 breaks in my life.
But you have an extraordinary IQ.
This is not a cartoon. This is the real world.
No way.
And yet, some of us still don't die with bullets. Some of us can still bend steel. I've been waiting for the world to see that we exist. May I meet the beast?
I hope for your sake that he likes you.
That sounds like the bad guys teaming up. A lot of people are going to die.
Don't do this.
Are you ready?
What do we call you, sir?
First name, Mr. Last name, Glass.
It looks good.
I like it.
I like it. I like that. I like the whole.
Was he even that smart though in the first
Oh
one?
yeah, that was his thing. It's like he was really weak, but his mind was strong, and that's why he was the perfect opposition to Dunn. What's his first name? David Dunn or Daniel Dunn, because he's super strong. Sentinel, I guess that's his name.
Yeah, I was like, he was smart enough to what he planned.
Well, he's the one who would like plan
things to like.
Well,
this train's gonna hit
he
this,
planned
and
like a
that's gonna-
train, the train wreck,
just so he
to
could
kill
crash.
him.
He planned
No, he's-
multiple different things.
Yeah.
To find,
Yeah,
to
but
find a
why?
person.
He was like a.
His whole thing was that he is basically his body is so brittle. He has
Yeah, he
so
was
many
looking for the
broken-
opposite of himself.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, but okay.
Yeah, I honestly don't remember the main reason.
The motivation
behind,
was like he just was so messed up that he's like, there's got to be another like other side of the coin kind of
It's
thing.
almost like makes
It's like,
sense
okay.
of like how like
I
terrible
haven't
it is
seen
to, like,
Unbreakable in years, so
Now-
it'd be
Yeah.
good to like
now he's so
watch it
psyched
again.
that he's found someone. He's like, okay, now I
No.
can play the villain and stuff like that. Really?
Maybe,
But,
maybe.
Test maybe.
I don't know. Oh,
They did. I think they try to do it at the end of it. Like you have to make him seem also a little like mentally crazy.
Yeah.
Or else it's like doesn't make sense why he'd be a villain then.
True.
I'm excited. I
Well,
always
hey,
like
let's
the old
throw on
anti-
Unbreakable now, and then they can watch us watch Unbreakable, and then we'll let you know right after.
Oh,
Just
boy.
kidding. Let's move on to the next one. So this is one I didn't know. Young Justice. You're a Young Justice fan, correct?
they're
you
really
like,
good.
You love animated series.
Yeah,
so
they're good.
Let's check
They're
this out.
usually better than a lot of live ones.
Oh, I agree. The few I've seen have
That's
been
why
way better.
we're
than
not
the live
gonna
ones.
watch the Robin trailer.
It's funny as we're sitting here too. I'm thinking of more things that I saw recently. I'm like,
Oh
I'm
man,
kinda
this is
stoked on.
this is a recap of the whole last season.
You want me to fast forward a little bit?
Yeah. Like a whole like
So
half
what is this
half the
about?
trailer.
It's Justice League, but when they're younger, right? Young Justice.
No, it's young people
Hey,
in the Justice League.
That's like a girl Arrow.
Yep.
What's the name of that Reverse Flash kind
And
You
there's-
mean
there's lots of
the
flashes.
Kid Flash?
There's Wally.
But that is Reverse
There's
Flash,
Wally
isn't it?
West,
Or was that
there's-
Wally West?
There's the one from the future. Kid
Oh, they do
Flash.
call him Kid Flash, so it is Wally West.
That's Wally. But then the other one's
Wally Berry, who's the one from the future?
the little one.
Yeah, but I mean, what's his
The
name?
little one.
of? Man, he just got Thanos.
The one on the left.
Yeah, but what's his name?
I don't remember.
Wow, Barry. Way to lay it on her.
That's not till later.
Oh.
Don't let her fall.
She's already on her knees.
Is that Nightwing?
Nightwing. Aqualad.
Aqualad.
Is that really his name?
I believe so.
That's funny.
That's no moon.
Starkiller base.
I was wondering if you knew that.
I don't know who either one of
I
those guys
forget,
are.
I know that
Wolverine?
guy's, but the other guy I couldn't tell
Sabretooth?
was just like a robot version of him. All right, I mean, this is getting long.
And that's Spuds McGee.
Mary Jane.
Yeah, I want to.
They got the Beetle in this. Like,
Is
he was
this
in it last
actually-
season. This
You
is
know what's
kind of
bad? I just
explaining
realized I'm fast forwarding through all this stuff, and I don't know how I'm going to put this in. On
Yep, I know.
the
I was
video.
just thinking about it. I'm like, poor
It's all good.
viewers.
Viewers, you're not going to know what the heck's going on right now.
Oh, we're just watching parts of the trailer.
We're just watching parts of this super long trailer that's actually like a recap.
Now it's like no, this is showing the premise of the
Oh,
new season,
okay.
and it's basically like,
Is
Hey,
it a
Batman.
show?
yeah, this is a show, yeah.
Okay.
Was that Green Lantern?
It's on Netflix. They have the first 2 seasons on Netflix.
Was
is
that
it on?
Voltron?
There's a bunch of people I've never seen before.
Professor X?
That's what I thought too.
I think it was supposed to be Lex.
Yeah.
What does this play on?
It's just like Young Justice, so I think it's just like.
No, I know, but like, what channel is this on? Is this?
Oh,
What?
yeah. Is it a streaming platform?
Now I forget what it was on before.
Is that Abe
and-
Sapien?
It's the Beetle.
Oh, that's
the
the
Blue
Beetle?
Beetle.
That's funny.
It's I think the first 2 seasons are on Netflix, but the
Young Justice.
3rd season is unfortunately going to be on the DC streaming service.
Oh, that's right, because
Well-
Titans are going to be there too.
And well, speaking of animated things, you posted earlier the Star Wars Clone Wars.
Yeah, we're getting to that. I'm super stoked. That's my #1 stoked thing. I literally got goosebumps and stood out of my chair after I saw that trailer.
I watched.
Just
I
stood
tried to
up
watch it. It
and
wasn't
stood
like
back
very
down.
goosebumpy.
Stood
Oh
up,
my
flex
gosh!
a
Or you
If
little
just
you're
that psyched that
super,
it's bad.
if you're super into Clone Wars, that last scene in the trailer got my heart pumping.
I've only seen parts of it.
You know what that
Okay.
means.
You know what that means. Okay, guys, let's move into Aquaman
I
because
thought we weren't going to watch it.
well, have you seen it, Joe?
No, I have not.
And we're watching it.
We'll watch it.
Was Comic-Con just basically all DC this year?
Yeah, because Marvel didn't show up.
They're
and-
they're basically like, hey guys, we exist too.
Yeah, I mean, when you don't have any competition, I guess you win con.
My father was a lighthouse keeper. My mother was a queen.
His dad looked white
But
there,
life
so I'm
was a way of
confused.
bringing people
His dad
together.
looked like Mark Wahlberg at first.
Oh no, he's not white.
Wahlburgers.
Check it out, Arthur.
One of those.
This CG looks so bad to me right here.
What?
The shark.
Yeah, that's.
I think that's like this. That's
I
just like
would
the
agree.
DC universe. It looks now.
shark.
They make all the CGI look like that.
One-liners.
Permission to come aboard.
There you go.
Khal Drogo.
He's gonna use that later on some chick for sure.
Permission to
looking
come
for you.
aboard. Permission to come abroad.
Oh!
It's getting real dirty now.
The only way to stop this war is for you to take your rightful place as king.
Trust me, I am no king.
You do your best thinking when you're not thinking at all.
That was the worst pep talk ever.
They have funny little bubbles.
This can be good if it's like 90% action.
Is that the Gungan world? He's going home.
My brother has come from the surface to challenge me for the throne.
I call
This
it an
part
ass
right here
whooping.
cracks me up. That, like, what? What?
I'm no leader. I came because I have no choice.
Although I will say some of the action sequences do look pretty cool.
That's what I'm
How,
saying.
I
like,
was thinking
the
that as well.
water's like moving and stuff like that. Like, that's
You
fine.
think you're unworthy to lead, but
And
you
Black
serve two
Manta when he
different
shows up
worlds.
is kind of cool looking.
Granted,
That's
it's
exactly
DC
why you
and
It's all
Marvel still
CGI
have
though,
yet
man.
to prove themselves, but this looks pretty entertaining.
I thought for sure that was Kevin Hart.
Yeah, but it was.
The war is coming to the surface, and I'm bringing the wrath of the seven seas.
No, it's some
with
dude
me.
I don't know. His name is really weird.
It looks like it could be okay.
It looks like
It
could be
looks
entertaining.
it looks fine. The title card though also looked like a video game to me.
They lost me here. Okay, that's not water. That's desert. How are they gonna? What's their plan?
That's why we got to tune in to find out, man.
I wish they would
We gotta
do
go watch
shorter
it.
trailers. You could do like do a 30-second trailer that it would
They're
look
called
so.
teasers.
Yeah, but don't do a longer trailer.
I like the longer
What
trailers.
really makes me
no,
mad?
because then it shows too much, and then it's like, wait, I don't
No,
want to
it's
see
the-
this.
What really makes me mad is like so many movies nowadays give away like the cool twist in the trailer. It's like I would much
or they
rather
give
be
away the coolest
surprised.
like fight sequence type
Yeah.
thing in the
I would much
trailer.
rather
Or they
like,
show how
find
lame
that
the
out.
movie is.
Yeah, or they show all the movies. Like, I'm not excited for this movie at all.
Keep it a short action trailer for a movie that's about action, and then you're gonna.
Well, I'll tell you something about long trailers. When we watched Godzilla, that's a trailer that's long that I thought was really well done.
Yeah, but that's because the movie's gonna be good. So why keep it a
True.
long trailer?
Yeah, that's
doesn't
true.
automatically mean the movie's
True.
gonna be good.
So
That's
we
true.
watching
Some trailers are way better than
So
movies.
are we in agreement that no one really cares that much for Aquaman, or is someone stoked on it?
I don't know. I didn't really watch it all the way through. It looks like they might have some decent action.
It could be like a solid 5 out of 10.
I wouldn't
Yeah.
say I'm stoked, but I mean, I think it looks interesting.
I'm like a little ember. It has the possibility to fall into a flame.
I feel like
but
if you watch
You're
it
like a
in
little
3D,
ember. He's like a 5 out of 10.
Yeah.
I feel like if you watch it in 3D or after a little absinthe, that might be pretty good.
Yeah, some absinthe would be great. I'll give you this. Some of the CGI looks god awful. Some of it looks awesome. I'm like,
Well, it's
what the heck?
It's like the Justice League one. The fact that the Superman actor, he had grown. They had to reshoot
The
a bunch of
mustache,
scenes. Like,
yeah.
I
They didn't
read-
reshoot it. They
no.
digitally took it off.
No, I
Yeah,
read
they,
I
like,
read a couple
changed
things
his
like,
whole
we had to
face.
reshoot a couple scenes and we CGI'd like the mustache away. I'm like, it looks like every freaking scene.
Yeah.
It's like a CGI face. It
It's-
bugs the crap
It's
out of me.
It's so I just watched Power Rangers, the 2017 movie
wasn't
the
that
other
bad.
night. It wasn't bad, but the CGI was awful.
It wasn't that bad.
I thought it was awful. The story was totally fine with me, and I was cracking up because they said Krispy Kreme probably 50 times. We're going to the Krispy Kreme. It's under the Krispy Kreme. Are you by the Krispy Kreme? I'm like, I really need a donut right now.
Subliminal messaging
Yeah,
right
I'm like,
there.
it wasn't even subliminal. I was just like, eat our donuts.
Dunkin' Donuts was real peeved off.
Yeah,
about
they
that
were like,
one.
why didn't you? We should have had that.
Joe, let's
No.
go get some ninjutsu.
Yeah, I love that. So we're gonna move on to the next one here. Move it along. Fantastic Beasts: The Crimes of Grimwald, right? That's his name. Did you guys see the first
What?
Fantastic Beasts?
I did.
Yeah, I watched it on HBO.
What'd you think?
Yeah.
I haven't seen it.
It kind of like was all right.
It wasn't bad. It's a little weird seeing like the Harry Potter universe without like the staple characters.
I know that's why I didn't watch it because I'm just kind of like,
No, it wasn't
Harry
even that.
Potter's Harry
It wasn't
Potter.
that good in my opinion.
Nah. All right. What's his name? Chuck Salamander.
Chuck Salamander.
No, he just looks like a salamander.
I think his last name is something like
That almost
Salamander.
sounds like a
or
porn
something.
name.
I just
Chuck
want Tom Riddle.
Salamander.
Chuck Salamander. Hey, they showed Hogwarts. Did they show Hogwarts in the first one?
I believe
I
so,
think
yes.
just a wee bit.
Everyone is scared of something.
Ridiculous.
Newt?
Oh, Newt.
You're up
Newt
next.
Scarmander. That's his name.
That's an unusual one. What Mr. Scamander fears above everything else is...
Having to work in an office, sir.
Go ahead, Newt.
Ridiculous.
He
I
thinks
feel like
Warner
that's going to
Brothers.
speak to a lot of people.
He feels like Warner Brothers is a joke.
He thinks Warner Brothers is a joke?
Magic blooms
Ridiculous.
only in rare souls.
Bubble.
Still, we must skulk in shadows. But the old ways serve us no longer.
Sick hair, bro.
I take it you've heard the rumors. Grindelwald had a vision that he would rise to dominance over the wizarding world.
So you're asking me to help hunt him down?
I can't move against Grindelwald. It has to be you. In your shoes, I'd probably refuse to. It's late. Good evening, Newt.
He's supposed to be Dumbledore, right?
Yeah.
You underestimate your talents, Mr. Scamander.
See, like the CG in this movie looks good, actually.
Yeah, everything looks real.
Yeah. Like the trailer makes it look cool, but I just don't care much for the story.
Not disposable.
You think the glass story is better?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Newt. You never met a monster you couldn't love.
They look like Neil Patrick Harris for a second.
See the Flash is in this. He was the only weird part about the first one.
The Flash?
Yeah, the guy who plays
Grant
Flash.
Gustin's in
The
this?
actor. That they just showed him.
No,
Really?
the movie Flash, the DC Universe one.
Oh, Ezra Miller. That's why I didn't really.
He plays
pay
a
attention.
real weird guy, which is his character, but it was just like a little too much at times.
Are you a ghost?
No, I'm alive. But I'm an alchemist and therefore immortal.
Oh.
Nicolas Flamel.
Jacob Kowalski.
Oh.
You don't look a day over 375.
So funny.
I thought that was a Doubtfire for a second.
I think it looks fun.
Yeah, that looks fine. I probably won't see that one either. Although I do have Movie Pass now, so maybe I will see it.
Well, you're going to end up seeing all of these probably.
Probably,
Just with
yeah.
Movie
I'd rather
Pass.
see that more than Glass, actually.
Wow.
Really?
Okay,
I think
get out
it
of my
looks
house.
good. I think it's going to be entertaining.
Ooh, yeah. Okay, moving on to Godzilla, King of the Monsters. Have you haven't seen this one either, Joe?
Nope.
Have you seen this one yet, Krager?
Read a bit.
I'm sure you've seen this, Kipka.
Nope.
No? Okay.
Wow.
Didn't click on it.
All right, let's get it.
See if we're stoked on
I
it.
was listening to O'Shea Jackson Jr. is always on the radio. He's always talking about it. So.
Yeah, this looks awesome to me.
Our world is changing. The
Yeah,
massive
11.
extinction we feared
Of course she's in this.
Wait, that's a
has
girl?
already
Yeah.
begun,
You don't watch Stranger Things?
and
I have
we
not
are
yet,
the
no.
Oh, she plays 11.
We
He's too
are
busy
the
finding cool
infection.
hats to wear.
Takes up a lot of my time.
Could there ever be like a Godzilla Pacific
like all
Rim
living
Oh,
crossover?
I hope so.
eager to fight this infection. Its original and rightful rulers, the Titans. For
Not those
thousands of
Titans.
years,
Ice Cube's in this movie?
these
It's O'Shea
creatures
Jackson
have
Jr.,
remained
his
in
son.
hiding around the
I'm
world.
aware.
Oh.
It's also the guy who plays the Verizon guy. Did you see that?
All
Yeah.
The Verizon guy's in it.
Hey, man.
Thomas Middleditch.
Is that what his name
Middle,
is?
middle ditch.
And so will
I had to work on his house a couple years ago.
That's funny.
They are the only guarantee.
I really don't like his Verizon character. I think he's a douchebag.
No way. He's like one of the funniest guys out there.
No, he's not funny. He's
pretty-
condescending and a jerk.
That's his character.
I know.
He's pretty
I'm not saying he's a human. I'm saying his Verizon character.
He's a nice guy.
Damn.
Yeah, right? I think that's Mothra. I forget
Visually
that name.
appealing.
I forget what the volcano bird is.
Pterodactyl.
Pterodactymon.
It's not a Digimon.
You don't know.
But look, they show. Did they show? Hang on, maybe they didn't. I won't say it.
Did they show Godzilla yet?
They did.
Yeah.
Look at that. Apocalypse. Oh, there's Ghidorah.
Damn.
What?
Long live the king.
Game of Thrones.
Yeah. Monsters.
This looks awesome.
I love monsters. I love kaiju. I love giant robots. I should be Japanese. Like, this is amazing.
That looked great.
That was amazing.
No, that one
I
was
love the
really
music
good.
too.
Yeah,
it's just so
it's very-
epic.
it's very
You
good.
look unintrigued, Kipka.
I don't know.
You know?
It looks like it'd be fun on maybe like in theaters.
Yeah,
big
yeah,
screen.
a big screen. You know what I will say? So Ant-Man and the Wasp I just went and saw last night. The trailers were awful before that. Like, it's like they knew they were 3 weeks before Comic-Con, so they just didn't have any good trailers out when that movie came out because all the trailers were like PG schlock that like kids won't even go see.
Schlock?
Schlock.
Yeah, I actually would. I haven't seen the movie yet, but
There
the
were-
trailers didn't make it really look like.
No, not
that.
Ant-Man.
No, he's
I'm talking about the trailers before the movie.
Yeah.
There were no good trailers
Oh,
out
sounds like you're
before
talking about
before I
Ant-Man.
like
Yeah.
when I sat down to watch Ant-Man and the Wasp. Trailers play before you see a movie.
Oh, I see.
Preview.
Those
I get it.
trailers, the
The
previews,
preview trailers.
the trailer for Ant-Man and Wasp was whatever, and the movie was like, you know, smack dab in the middle of Marvel movies.
What
but
trailers did they play?
like, there was one about a robot dog.
Oh, I saw that.
It was called Axel.
I saw it last night.
or
It
something.
looked like such
AXL.
cheesy crap.
Yeah, it looked terrible.
It looked like a Disney Channel movie.
Yeah, that's
what
like
it
the
looked
only one I remember because that's the one I just went. And everything else was just terrible. There wasn't one trailer where I was like, "Oh wow, this is cool." Like normally, I love going to see the trailers for a movie.
Yeah, that's one of my
'Cause-
favorite parts about going to
Yeah,
the theater.
because
is
on
the
a big
trailers in the
screen and the
beginning.
sound, it's like this trailer's awesome. None of the trailers were good. It's a huge bummer. But now we got a million trailers, which is what we're doing now. So, how many of you watched the Clone Wars?
Not at all. But
Like,
I do
watch
want
the
to.
For audio listeners, I'm raising my hand vigorously.
I do want to start just purely for Freddie Prinze Jr.
You should watch it. First season's a little hard to get through because they still assume it's a child show. But by season 2, they decide, hey, this isn't a kid's show. This is a Star Wars show. And it gets real fast. Like, there's torture scenes. There's some real moral ambiguities they have to deal with. Like,
Interesting.
It's good. It's good. So
wait, on that note, because I know there's the movie and the show.
Yes.
Which one do you recommend watching first? Like, which one takes place first?
Well, you know I'm OCD, so I'm going to say watch the movie and then watch the show, like watch it in order like you're supposed to. But if you don't...
So the movie comes first.
The movie comes first, yes. So
why were you hesitant about it?
I'm hesitant because I don't want to turn you off of the show by
so
having you watch
is
the
movie
movie.
trash?
The movie's trash, and the first season's pretty trash, too. So I would say if you're really not as big into Star Wars as I am, then I would say just start around season 2. Like, watch a recap video, like a 5-minute recap video of season 1 on YouTube, and then start season 2.
That sounds a lot better.
Yeah. So I would recommend that. So the reason why I'm so excited about this, as Kipka's catching Pokemon right now, I'm so excited.
Gotta catch them all, man. It's right there.
Because
insane.
the show got canceled in, I think,
catch
2014 when the Disney bought Lucasfilms. They pretty much just canned everything that was going on. Even though they had full scripts for another season written, they were like, nah, getting rid of it. And ever since then, everyone's been kind of hoping to get the Clone Wars back. So here's the problem. They released half of the 5th season or the 6th season on Netflix, the ones they had finished, but just half of them. They're like, here, yeah, we finished these. Here you go. Didn't wrap any storylines up, really. A lot of things were left to chance.
unfinished.
And then Rebels kind of wrapped up a few storylines because they had some characters from this show up, and they were like, okay, cool. Like, we know these characters existed, or like made it past and all that. So them bringing this back is huge because fans have been wanting this now for 4 years. And what's cool is no one knew it was coming.
Now, is this a show or a movie?
This is a show. They're doing one more season, I think,
okay.
to wrap everything up. So they gave them the green light to do another season and kind of take all those storylines that they kind of left hanging and get them all going good.
Is this all considered canon as well?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Clone Wars is considered canon. Rebels is considered canon. This is considered canon.
It's all fanfic.
Yeah, this is fanfic. So let's watch this. It's a little bit longer, but you guys probably don't know who Ahsoka Tano is, though, huh? So the end.
She's his apprentice, right?
Okay, yeah. So
Anakin's
she's Anakin's apprentice. Okay,
But
so
I don't know how the relationship ended.
so the
Sexually.
I won't spoil it for you because if you go watch the series, their relationship does end in one way or another
Because of a gangbang.
And
Whoa.
yeah, so
Well, I would imagine it
So
would
here.
since she's not in.
You would
Revenge of
imagine
the
it
Sith.
would?
yeah,
not the gangbang. I mean, I would imagine it ended, but
yeah. So you can just
not
watch
in
this.
Revenge of
The
the Sith.
beginning part really doesn't hold much weight. It's just kind of
Name's
cool
Rex.
visuals.
She'll call me Captain or Sir. War does not come with a guarantee. No soldier gets the promise of safety.
My designation is Trooper 27-5555, sir.
We call him Fives. I'm Heavy. This is
Fives.
We call them Fives.
I'm Commander Cody.
I'm
your
Commander
new boss.
Sir, yes, sir.
Looks like we got ourselves a batch of
The
sharks
clones got to have
make
such
that.
cool helmets.
I like how
Look
even
around.
though they're clones, they still have
One
like
and the same.
individual personalities.
Same heart,
Yeah.
same blood. Your training
But
is
do
in
they?
your blood.
But they do.
My blood's boiling for a fight. So I have any idea what
Only a few of them do.
Yeah, it's like the leaders.
be good. We need to pull back. Get on the followers. If we can draw them out, we can
They're like, hey, I like white helmets. You like white helmets? I like white helmets. A show left undone.
Yeah, pretty much.
We're sorry.
So no one knew this was coming out.
No, this was like huge news.
Oh,
Star
so
Wars music is always so.
Oh,
good.
Star Wars music.
he's a bad boy right now.
No, this is
No,
before
he's a good
Revenge of the
boy.
Sith. Still
Still good boy.
Still good boy.
It's in between episode 2 and episode 3.
Yeah, but I think the show's gonna end on like Revenge of the Sith, like when he gets coming back to the space sequence.
Yeah. Like how
All right,
Palpatine got
Rex.
captured and
What's so
everything.
important that you brought us all the way back here?
That's Ahsoka Tano.
Yes.
Hello, Master. It's been a while.
I still get goosebumps. I still have the goosebumps.
It doesn't make sense to me 'cause I don't
Yeah, it
know.
doesn't make sense to you guys,
like-
but to me,
I'm like,
to the
okay.
fans, literally goosebump inducing.
Like, I know who she is, but I have no idea how.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't know why they
ended.
separated it.
So
Wasn't it that she just like left and she was like, "This isn't
go
for me
watch the
anymore?
series and you'll know. I don't want to give any spoilers.
They were
away.
on a break.
They were on a break.
That song, you go your
fell
own way.
Okay. We don't need to watch this one. So, do you guys watch
Ooh,
Stranger
yes,
Things?
I wanna see this.
You want to see it? It's not
Yeah.
a real trailer in
Yeah,
the
it's a
sense
teaser.
of a. We'll watch it. All right. For any of you Stranger Things fans out there, you haven't watched it yet, Craig. You said. Did you watch it, Kipka?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's pretty good.
I haven't watched this trailer.
Check it out.
It's a fun trailer. Oh, hey.
Oh, this
This is real fun.
They're going with a new direction this
Totinos.
season. Talking
directed
couches, huh?
Directly to Krager.
Yep.
I'm on a diet.
Here you go.
America, Indiana, Hawkins. A growing patriotic community and a shining example of the American dream. Today, Hawkins is taking another step into the future with the brand new Starcourt Mall.
Nice. So 80s. I love it.
Families, friends, and of course, teenagers can come together to shop, hang out, dine, and enjoy.
And make it.
And enjoy.
With retail options for every member
This
of
is making me think of Mallrats.
including
Yeah.
The Gap, Walden Books, and Sam Goody.
I watched a video about their
Starcourt Mall
specific reason they
has it
showed you
all.
all these stores, and I
And
don't remember
Brookstone.
what it is.
And don't forget, a
I'm sure there were like
state-of-the-art
mall
food court.
staples in that time though.
No, it's like supposed to
Just
tell you about the
escalator
show,
right away.
like give you
Featuring America's
teasers.
favorite place to cool down, Scoops Ahoy Ice Cream Shop.
Ahoy.
Ahoy!
We know that guy.
Ahoy.
Yep.
Starcourt Mall is one of the finest shopping facilities in America and beyond. So come on down. And remember, Starcourt Mall.
So is this a
has it
summer
all.
job before he goes to college, or he's not going to college? They were talking about that.
Yeah, I don't know. So
How does it
apparently,
look
I was
in the
watching
upside
some
down?
video about why like Walden Books is important and stuff like that, and them
But
specifically
not
talking
enough
about it.
to make a note. And
Not
talk
enough
about
to
it.
make a note about
It's
it.
not like you have a podcast where you do these
Nope,
things.
not at all. Because if people really want to know, they can go on the internet, just like me. My dog is getting all tangled up.
Yeah, they go on the internet and download a podcast that tells you.
Go. There you go. We don't want to have them sit here too long, Kipka.
Yeah, that would be
Hey,
terrible.
you're the
Yeah.
one complaining that trailers are too long to begin with.
I know, right? We're just trying to make it easier. Oh, are you
Yeah,
good?
I'm saying they don't have to watch it. They hear us tell them,
Bailey,
so
come
they don't
on.
have to watch it.
Come on.
Bailey's is not about it.
She doesn't know if she wants to. Come on. There
it
you
is.
go. There you go.
She immediately regrets her decision.
Yeah. He's like,
Oh,
what
look at her.
am I going to do now?
What do I do?
What do I do now? Yeah, I know.
What's the next Overlord? What
So
is that?
Overlord.
Yeah, I saw that.
Do you guys know what this is?
Do not.
No, what is it?
So Overlord is the newest movie that J.J. Abrams is directing, and it's going to be set in the Cloverfield universe.
More Cloverfield.
So let's watch
universe.
this.
I think I've only watched the first one.
I think this one is a pretty violent trailer.
Nice.
DJ.
I think I have seen this actually. I have.
I was gonna say it looked very Nazi-ish at the beginning.
Cutting grass in my front yard.
Is that Bubba?
Bubba Gum.
The mailman shows up with a letter from the army.
Better suck that lip in. Get it caught in some tripwire.
Now I'm here.
Popcorn shrimp.
No idea where I'm gonna end up.
Shrimp cocktail. Yeah.
Good song.
Welcome to France.
What happened here? Some questions don't have good answers.
I like that actor.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
There's a lot of soldiers out there, and there's only 4 of us.
Hey, it's a dude from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I didn't even realize that. You thought it was just a regular war film. Guess again, people.
It's Bubba's backstory.
Nothing is ever what it seems with JJ.
Sounds like someone's taking a pretty big shit.
That would, yeah, he was.
What is this? A 1,000-year army. These 1,000-year soldiers.
So they're experimenting on Cloverfield aliens and injecting their
Well,
blood
I'll
and stuff,
explain it
I
to you
guess,
afterwards.
and making zombies. Classic Cloverfield, where they just took another movie and made it Cloverfield.
Glorious Bastard. Cloverfield.
I had just watched Glorious Bastards before I came here.
This movie looks like it's going to have a lot of body horror stuff to it, which is pretty cool.
You mean gore?
Yeah, pretty much.
What are you doing for those people?
Glory hole.
It's a little high.
They have been given a purpose.
So I had someone else ask me, they're like, so how does this fit into the Cloverfield universe, like with the Cloverfield monster? So there was an interview with J.J. Abrams a while back about Cloverfield, and he explained he wanted this to be a universe kind of like Black Mirror. They don't all have to be connected, but they all take place in the same universe.
Okay.
So in 10 Cloverfield Lane, those aliens are different than the monster that we see, where in Cloverfield Paradox, yeah,
Still haven't seen
we
that.
saw the same monster, but like it's like an alternate universe monster and stuff like that. So this is just taking place in the same universe, but it's probably not going to give you any backstory to how the monster was created or anything.
Well, if they took like the remains of one of those monsters and they were experimenting and injecting,
I'm sure there'll be background nods to it. Like, I'm sure it's not going to be as explicit as, hey, we're going to give an exposition to how this relates to Cloverfield, but they may be rummaging through some like files and see like Cloverfield or Slusho or something.
You just have one of those like they had those. What was the first one had like bat monsters?
Yeah, well,
So
that's
you
what I
just
thought
have
in one of
one
those sacks
yeah,
was
that's
going to
what
be
it
the
looked
little
like.
guys from it, but yeah, I don't know. We'll see.
That would make
The annoying
sense.
thing is, I
then.
feel like with his movies, he ends up like proposing. You walk out with more questions than answers.
Yeah, but that's JJ for you.
It's annoying.
I don't know. I like
mean,
it.
the trailer made me think of another trailer I saw. You were like, "Oh, I love that actor." That's like that. I forget his name. He's Goldie Hawn and Kurt Russell's son. There's like a new. Is it AMC series? It's like something 42 or something.
I don't know that one.
It's like a real bizarre looking TV show. I'll have to look it up right now.
check it out.
On this note, I do have a question.
Yeah.
Is Super 8 supposed to be in the same universe as well?
No, I don't believe so.
Okay.
Was it just like a one-off?
Yeah,
thing?
I don't think so. At least to this point, maybe he'll retcon that, but I think that he just gave a Slusho shout out in there, and that's all it was. It wasn't.
Okay.
It wasn't meant to be connected in any way. Especially since back then, I don't think he knew that all the Cloverfield stuff was going to happen. I think by that point he was pretty.
I don't know. I feel
no,
like
because
the Cloverfield hype was already established by the time.
Oh,
that movie
totally
came out.
Cloverfield hype, but I don't think he got greenlit for a sequel. And then 10 Cloverfield Lane wasn't essentially a Cloverfield movie. It was the seller and then retrofitted, and then the same thing with Cloverfield Paradox. So I think this is the first time he's getting to make a movie with ahead of time being like, I wrote this with the intention of it being in the same universe.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. So here's the last trailer, and I think you mentioned that you didn't like this.
I have not seen this.
He was the best part of it. Everything else seemed way too cheesy.
Okay, so we'll watch this. This is a TV show. It's going to be released on DC Universe's streaming platform.
He's doing so much right now.
Yeah, but it's also, this doesn't look good to me, but we'll watch it.
I think they're going for quantity over quality.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. MA, viewer discretion advised.
Who are you?
Everything led me here. To you. You're the boy from the circus. You got no place to hide. And I'm feeling like a feeling, got a hunger inside.
Can we just talk about the aerodynamics?
I don't know.
It doesn't work.
This isn't a
science show.
Science show.
This is barely a show.
Not Mythbusters.
Where's Batman?
Fuck Batman.
Oh,
damn.
F Batman.
Evil inside of me.
Raven, yeah.
But you can control
Beast Boy or whatever. She's Star something.
Starfire.
Yeah, Starfire. That's it. You actually watch Teen Titans, so you know all this stuff.
Is that
Dove
what this
and
is supposed to
something,
be,
Hawk and
leading up
Dove.
to?
What'd you say?
Is that what this is supposed to be leading up to?
No, Teen Titans would be before this.
Oh, it would have?
Because these guys aren't teenagers.
No, yeah, but
Then again, they're very different because Titans, obviously, as you can see, is very brutal and dark and graphic, where Teen Titans is more an animated series.
No, I think this is they're supposed to be the Teen Titans. I think.
Oh, they're supposed to still be the Teen Titans?
What do you mean still? They're all just meeting.
that's what I'm saying.
But I thought that they were
They're
just
just not
like
calling
the
it
adult
Teen
Titans. Yeah, because I thought Teen
They're-
Titans.
those aren't adults.
Were they not?
Those are all-
The dude was a cop. Grayson's a cop.
Yeah.
Middle-aged
They're
Titans.
not teens, so
Yeah,
they
but
can't be
the
teen
girl.
Titans.
Look
They're
at.
still
Did you see
Titans.
how old the girl was? Raven.
Yeah, but Raven's the young one. The rest of them look like they were all in their 30s.
Beast Boy?
Well, okay, Beast Boy. I'll give you that.
not so Teen Titans.
So I think
Yeah.
they're that's why they can call it Teen Titans. It's like
Because some of them aren't Teen Titans.
Yeah, it's a mixed age.
Isn't Teen Titans, they're like the kids of some superheroes, right? Like all of them are kids. Like Beast Boy is the
No,
kid
they're
of...
just teenagers and grouped up.
Really?
Yep.
What show are
Well,
the
that's
ones that...
They just
basically-
went to the same high school.
That's what like Young Justice is like the same thing as Teen Titans kind of thing.
What am I thinking of? Because like...
You're thinking of that. You're just like
I'm just
Robin
getting it
is
wrong.
kind of like Batman's son.
I'm just getting it wrong.
There's like
I thought there was like a mini cyborg on Teen Titans.
No,
I thought there
there's
was too.
Cyborg. Is
Oh, so Cyborg. I thought
Cyborg
it's young
starts with the
Cyborg.
teen.
Okay, so for not ever watching this, I just assumed they were all the kids of the actual superheroes.
No, Cyborg starts with the Teen Titans, and then he gets like
Oh.
he's like one of the first people to leave and join the Justice League.
Okay.
You call yourself
Gosh.
a nerd.
I call
Boys, I'm
myself a
going to the
nerd.
adults.
Yeah, I don't even know. Did you look up and see what you were talking about? That H...
Yeah,
Or what was it?
It's called Lodge
32, 42?
Lodge 49. It's
Lodge
on
49.
AMC. It's supposed to, looks like a pretty weird
Jordan?
show.
What's it supposed to be about?
Well, the little description is an overly optimistic ex-surfer who is drifting aimlessly through life finds fellowship at a fraternal lodge. I don't know what a fraternal lodge is.
It's fertile.
There's like 3 of
All
them.
right, here we go. Degree.
So this is a show.
This is a show.
It's a
yeah,
new
AMC
show.
TV show. Oh, did you guys hear that Andrew Lincoln's going to be gone after this season of
Yeah.
Walking Dead?
I was pretty bummed about that.
Another thing that I'm stoked on is American Horror Story. New season is a crossover between 2 of their other seasons, and
Cool.
it's called Apocalypse.
Ooh.
Isn't this bad business for you?
Him? He's
Yeah.
Goldie Hawn's kid?
Yep.
Doesn't
And
worry
Kurt
me,
Russell.
Your sister will just bail you out like last time.
Oh. Learn something new
Oh,
every day.
Giamatti.
Scares me how much you're like Dad. You don't think about tomorrow.
Dud. His name's Dud.
Like, dude.
He's the Dud.
Hello? I've been waiting for you.
What?
To Dad.
Never noticed this place.
Sometimes you can't see something until you're looking for it.
I mean, how long does it take to become a squire? Like a few months or weeks?
Well, it depends.
So, do you actually think these guys are gonna help you?
It's an adventure of the mind.
I just watched something with him in it, and I can't think about it.
I was because we were talking about this like 2 days ago.
I was just thinking that too. Like,
He
I
was,
just saw him in a movie.
I don't want to look it up on
Understand how
IMDb because then that's just
Completely
admitting
delusional you
defeat.
are.
He was on that one
Oh, admit
episode
defeat.
of
Completely
Black.
miserable
What's that?
you
Black Mirror.
Black
Oh,
Mirror.
playtest.
Yep.
He was in playtest.
No, wait.
You're special.
It's on the tip of my tongue.
He
You
was
guys
in-
are thinking
he
of
was
something
also
else?
in Goon too.
You're
Oh, yeah,
thinking
he
something
was.
other than Black Mirror?
Yeah, we just watched something the other day.
crazy. But
Oh, we just watched
feel like the lodge is waking
22
up.
Jump Street.
Oh, yeah, he's
Yep.
in that.
That's right. My name
We're
is
talking
Jeff.
to Wasted Me. Wasted Me is a
Playtest is a good
delight.
episode.
Now you're
Playtest
talking
was
to
great.
Wasted Me.
It's probably my favorite.
Not mine.
I wouldn't even want
So
to live
good.
forever.
White
I just want to live for
Christmas
real.
White Christmas.
For a little while, right here.
I don't think I know the museum one.
Feel
I haven't
like
watched
what
all of
can
the
I
last
do in
season
ways
yet.
that
Oh, it
we
just
don't
said
even
Black
know
Mirror.
yet?
Lodge 49, series premiere.
Donut.
August 6th to 10.
Yeah, that looked weird.
It's gonna be a wild
know.
ride. Where is it?
There's no belt on that side.
Yeah, it looks like it could be interesting or it could be a dud.
Yeah.
Oh, a dud.
I don't know what's going on right now.
Because his name's Dud.
Look right in front of you.
Clever.
Yeah. So that looked interesting. I didn't even know that. It wasn't on my radar at all.
I've just I've been seeing trailers on AMC.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I haven't really watched anything on AMC in a while because I haven't been keeping up with Walking Dead.
You haven't been watching Preacher?
No, I don't watch Preacher.
Stoked on that. Preacher.
What's Preacher?
Season 3's coming out, right?
Preacher?
Preacher is a...
Get out of your little dungeon cave of Xbox and
stop playing
welcome to
PUBG
the
and Rocket
world.
League.
Won't stop, man.
Preacher
Can't
is
stop.
a comic that's adapted to a TV show now.
Oh my god, you need to watch Preacher.
It's actually looked really cool.
I have so many shows I have to watch.
I'm pretty sure my father-in-law worked on some stuff for Preacher for this first season.
You're never gonna watch him if you don't get off the Xbox.
Well, yeah.
He's got all of like one friend to play with, man. Leave him alone.
Dude, I got like 2.
I have not been on Xbox in forever.
Well, like everyone's telling me I need to check out Handmaid's Tale. Like they're like saying that's the next one.
I have no interest in watching that. I've heard good things.
Handmaid's
but-
Tale.
That's on Hulu, right?
I think it's Hulu.
Yeah, it's Hulu.
I just started watching Letterkenny.
Letterkenny's supposed to be so good.
It
I want to
is-
check that out.
Oh, I've already gotten through the 2 seasons. It is so freaking funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the Canadian show, right?
Yeah.
Here, I want to show you guys something. So this is something else I'm kind of stoked on.
Pitter patter, let's get at her.
It's. Did you guys
That's
hear
what they
about?
say in there.
Did you guys hear about what they did in the UK for the 25th anniversary of Jurassic Park? Or
No.
none of you guys
No.
know? Not.
No.
No, you know? Okay, I want to.
Did you see the second Jurassic World?
Yeah, I saw
I've
it.
seen the pictures of the giant.
I haven't seen it, but I haven't heard.
It was
good
all
things
right.
About it.
It wasn't great. It wasn't bad.
Have you seen the pictures of the giant Jeff Goldblum? And
That's what I'm talking about.
I thought that was in
Oh
San
my
Francisco.
gosh.
Never mind.
No,
No, that's
look at that! Look at that building.
I don't
Or that
remember. I don't remember the
bridge.
background.
So that's a 25-foot tall Jeff Goldblum. That's amazing.
That is amazing.
In his most iconic position
Yep.
ever. So yep, that happened in the UK, which is one reason why they're a little bit better in America right now.
Seriously.
What
They
the
can pull
hell
this
is
off.
that?
That is a giant 25-foot Jeff Goldblum for the
just said what it
25th
was.
anniversary of Jurassic Park.
It was more like a
Like a what?
yeah, like
What are those?
What is that
Slap.
material made out of?
Is that paper mache?
It's like wax and
Paper
it just starts
machete?
melting.
Yeah, so that's all the things we're stoked on. I don't think there's anything else.
Uh,
We literally just did a stoked on this episode for about an hour.
yeah. I was about to say this is
This is like an actual podcast.
Yeah.
This is. I
Well,
said it
that's
was going
what
to be
you
a
said.
longer one.
Well, of course, with Comic Con,
yeah,
there's going to be a
this
lot
is
to
the
talk
Comic Con
about.
edition, so you kind of got to give us a little bit. We try and keep it under 15 minutes. You know, normally.
But fuck you.
But no, that's Batman.
Fuck you, Batman.
There's a lot of barks in this one.
So yeah, no, that's a lot of good stuff that we're stoked on. Most of the stuff we won't see for at least a year, but hey,
I know. I
We're
hate.
happy.
I hate that the most. Like here's
I
a trailer.
know. And then you're super excited.
Probably a year and then delayed.
Yeah.
When
Hey,
is the next Marvel thing to come out?
is supposed to be Captain Marvel, right? Beginning of the year.
I'm really
I
excited.
don't know.
Beginning of
I thought that got
2019.
delayed too.
I don't think so. I think Captain
they just
Marvel.
changed the date or something.
Captain Marvel.
Marvel.
And then it's Infinity War Part 2, whatever they're going to call that. And then after that, I have no clue what they're doing.
And
Part
doesn't
deuce.
Disney have a bunch of like live action
Yeah, Winnie
like,
the
movie
Pooh.
remakes coming out?
They got
Like
Winnie the
Yeah,
Pooh
they got
and, like, Lion
Dumbo
King
coming
and-
out soon. That was one of the trailers for Ant-Man and the Wasp was Dumbo.
Winnie the Pooh.
Looks dumb. Winnie the Pooh.
Dumbo
No,
looks
it's called
dumb.
Christopher Robin, I think.
That one
Oh, yeah,
came out
that's
of
right,
nowhere.
Yeah.
With Obi-Wan
It just
Kenobi.
like started busting those trailers out of
Ewan
nowhere.
McGregor. Yeah.
Didn't they just have a Winnie the Pooh movie? It was about the writer of it.
Maybe.
Oh, no, that was the Mary Poppins one.
No, they just. I'm pretty sure they just did one about like guy who wrote Winnie the Pooh.
I'm Mary Poppins, y'all.
They already did something with the writer of Mary Poppins. Too.
Yeah.
Saving Mr. Banks.
Yeah. I think that's what you're thinking of.
That's a
Mm,
bullet movie, though.
No, I
Mm.
refuse
Yes.
to admit that.
Hmm.
Well, you're wrong.
Hmm.
Usually
Mm.
right about things, so I don't think so.
Hmm. I'm kind of stoked for this week. I mentioned it last week, but Castle Rock starts on Friday on
That's
Hulu.
something I've heard a lot about as well.
We watched that last week.
Yeah, we watched that
Yeah,
trailer
I
last
remember.
week.
Oh, that's
It's,
all the Stephen King
characters come
stories.
out in this town. So I'm kind of excited for that. We'll see how it goes. Yeah.
All right.
All right, cool. Let's just see how long we can
Sweet.
sit here.
All right, Tubular guys.
All right. Thanks for doing this. That's what we're stoked on. Those are trailers. They'll all be in the description. Anything we talked about, anything we saw, so you can watch it without talking about it.
Send nudes. Send nudes.
Okay, bye.
Launch,
Wait, you said Lodge 49?
Lodge.
as in like where you would stay.
Like a
Lodge 49.
lodging.
I'm honestly, I'm more just.
Lord.
I'm more just intrigued to see
How many takes it?
No,
how many
just-
times it takes
no, I have
for
no idea
Siri
who-
to get it right.
I have no idea who Goldie. I have no idea who Goldie Hawn's kid is. So I'm like, oh, okay.
I just said it what it was. You said, like, oh, I like that actor.
Which one?
Okay, well, let's take number
We'll
3.
see in a second.
49. Where's
Frodo? Oh, Frodo.
Where's Fudo?
Where's Fudo?
What the heck is
Attempt
Fudo?
number 5.
Lodge 49. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Washburn Road.
This is a really good
There's someone else
advertisement
here.
to
You
switch
say-
to
Hit
Amazon.
the button and say Lodge 49. Maybe I have like.
This is an Apple device.
49.
Large 49.
Kipka, you're up
what's a
next.
Mac
This is
truck?
attempt number what? 7?
What do you have to press?
Just hold down the
button
speaker.
that's a little mic. Microphone.
Lodge 49.
He got
It auto-corrected.
It auto-corrected.
This is an Apple product?
Yeah.
God.
I've never had it be a problem before.
Terrible.
And I realize I'm not talking to the mic at all.
Lounge 49.
Language 49.
Yeah, it definitely wasn't gonna
Okay,
come
we're not
out the
watching
way
this
you
trailer
said
now.
it.
So
You
if
guys all said it normally. I
you
tried to
people
change
Wait,
it up.
what? Just type it in.
Oh my gosh, you're
That's
so high maintenance.
That's so primitive.
Jeez.
Dude, the look on Bailey's face is like, the fuck
Why don't you
is
just learn how to
going
use your phone
on?
instead of a remote?
Yeah, seriously.
Ah, shut up.
Yeah.
Dude, look at Bailey's face.
I can't believe it wasn't able to get that. That was hilarious.
Is that how you spell lodge?
Yes.
Yes. Do you need help spelling 49?
How do you spell 49, guys?
That is a creepy smile over there.